Hello parents, this is Tom Childers reaching out to you from Antioch Elementary. I hope each of you are enjoying the summer and are making plans for the start of another school year. I'm sure that you're apprehensive about the future of our country, our community, and schooling. It is my sincere hope that the information that I will share with you today will in some way alleviate your concerns about school. Before discussing the upcoming school year, I want to quickly revisit the past school year. Our staff quickly found ourselves in an emergency mode of reacting to the pandemic. There were significant changes from week to week. The pandemic brought many challenges, and our staff continues to focus on improving the process of schooling the students of Antioch Elementary. Governor Cooper has placed North Carolina schools in Plan B to start the school year. UCPS has created a plan in which every student in grades K through 12 will attend one day of school for face-to-face instruction. Families will be assigned a day to attend by the school. The remaining 4 days will consist of remote learning. Each family has two options to consider. Option number one, face-to-face and remote learning. Send your child to school one day a week for face-to-face learning and 4 days of remote learning. Or you can choose to keep your child at home for remote learning 5 days a week. That option also includes the ability for you to return to face-to-face learning at any point that you deem appropriate. Your child will be assigned to a teacher and will remain with that teacher whether he or she is face-to-face or in remote learning. The second option is virtual learning. This option is available at the moment for 2nd through 5th grade students only at the elementary level. Students would learn exclusively in a remote environment. Students would be assigned to a teacher, and that teacher would very likely change should you decide to return to face-to-face learning. Families must commit to virtual learning for a minimum of 1 semester. During this period of time, families would not be able to leave virtual learning to return to face-to-face learning. I invite you to email me tom.childers@ucps.k12.nc.us if you are considering the virtual learning option. I would be happy to provide you with additional information. Allow me to dive a bit deeper to explain the remote learning plan for Antioch Elementary. Many parents may be considering the cost benefit of sending your child to school for only 1 day of face-to-face instruction. I can assure you that this will not be a typical day of school for your child. With the student-teacher ratios of 1:7 or lower, our staff will spend a great deal of time with your child to personalize learning. To begin the school year, our staff will provide remote learning in a largely on-demand format. This will provide parents with flexibility to schedule your child's learning activities and will also give the staff the opportunity to focus on students who are face-to-face in the classroom. The goal of Antioch is to continue to move toward live remote learning. Although many of our staff members were able to conduct live remote learning last spring, none of them did so while balancing students in a face-to-face environment. On Fridays, our staff will provide a blend of live and on-demand remote learning. Without students in the building, this will be a great day to conduct live, remote, small group instruction. In addition to the measures that I've already discussed, our staff will provide daily office hours to connect with students and parents to support the remote learning efforts. I realize that parents would like to have their child in school. I also realize that many of you have concerns about 1 day of face-to-face instruction. I can assure you that our staff would love to have all students return to school as well. My first priority, above all others, is the safety and welfare of your child. While you may not agree with the governor's decision or with Union County Public Schools' plan solution to Plan B, I am asking for your support. The staff and I are doing everything possible to make the opening of school a successful and safe experience for your child. I would recommend that parents choose the option that provides your child with the flexibility that you desire while permitting your child to return to school when you deem it is safe for your child to do so. Students will be enrolled in a classroom at our school unless the parent opts for virtual learning. Those students will be assigned to a teacher within the school. The virtual learning students will be assigned to a teacher within the school or possibly within the Weddington cluster. This will be based on availability. Virtual students will not be permitted to return face-to-face until the end of the learning semester. So, in other words, if you choose virtual learning and things improve in November and you want to send your child back to school, you will not be able to do so under the virtual learning plan because you're locked in for a minimum of a semester. Some families may consider homeschooling their children in lieu of returning to school. I would ask you to consider a few factors before making this decision. Number one, who will provide instruction for your child? Number two, how will your family balance work and school? How will your child's need for socialization with friends be met? What curriculum will you use for homeschooling? Where will you obtain the resources for homeschooling? How will you assess your child's progress? How will you provide remediation or enrichment for your child? Our staff has worked diligently to address these questions and many others. We continue to refine an instructional model that permits students who attend school to be actively engaged while also engaging students who will participate in remote learning. Teachers will provide a sequential and easy to interpret weekly schedule that will prove very useful to parents as they support face-to-face or remote learning. Our revised instructional processes are primarily targeted to improve remote learning. This new system will be consistent in form between teachers within a grade level as well as across grade levels. The schedule will indicate times and resources for remote instruction. All students will have access to a minimum of 4 hours of remote learning content daily. The proposition of providing face-to-face instruction while delivering remote learning is a new challenge for everyone. Our staff will provide intensive small group and individualized instruction on face-to-face days, and will also provide live remote learning opportunities on Fridays. Students will be provided primarily with on-demand learning Monday through Thursday. The pre-recorded mini lesson may be delivered by your child's teacher or another teacher on our team. We realize that families would prefer live interaction instruction on a daily basis, and this is something that Antioch will continue to strive toward as the year progresses. Our teachers will provide daily office hours to provide opportunities for questions and to give feedback to students learning remotely. All grade levels will utilize Canvas as the sole platform for learning. This platform will contain recordings of lessons, resources for learning, quizzes, opportunities for student collaboration. The platform offers a user app that is very friendly for younger students as well. The teacher communication process will be more streamlined with fewer emails, one-stop shop approach that will house the necessary information. Our staff is anticipating a very positive school year. We look forward to seeing students very soon. The email version of this message is going to be available on the Antioch website, and there's also going to be a link to the Union County Public Schools Board of Education's presentation from July 14th's board meeting. Thank you for supporting our school, working together as one team on one mission. We are meeting needs, challenging minds, and celebrating accomplishments. Until next time, have a great summer.